It has been nothing short of incredible, the power of people. And when you can get people together, you can be so much more.
Good afternoon from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
I like that he says this.
Today's video is going to be a little bit different than every video. I think I say that at the beginning of every video, but today we're going to talk about two things. We need your help, and two, we are going to talk about our thoughts about our recent charity event, the Road to Guadalajara, and then at the very end we're going to show some clips from Facebook Live that we pieced together just in case anybody missed that. We don't think that in the next 2 or 3 years, even the next year, we're gonna live in Puerto Vallarta forever. We only have this place rented until November, and then the owner comes back and this sweet gig, this like dream of a few months will be over. The owners that live here, they live here only during high season, and during low season, they go back to Canada. So right now they're in Canada. They needed someone to basically water their plants and watch over the place, and they gave us an amazing deal here. Otherwise, there's no way we could afford this place. We're a few million YouTube views away from that. So we need your help with some suggestions on some other places that we could live and or visit for 2 weeks to a month at a time in Mexico. So you guys have told us a bunch of places before, but we want in the comment section of this video, tell us where you think we should go for, I would say like a month or so, or longer, and maybe why it's a good place, with how the cost of living compares to Puerto Vallarta. I did some research earlier today and found some few places, but I'm just curious to know if there's a few places that we haven't heard of, or that aren't as common as some of the other ones. So we really just need some help of thinking outside the box of where in Mexico we can live and or visit for semi-short term.
I think we would like to stay in Mexico, so I think Greg has worked really hard in Spanish, and we're just sort of starting to grasp all that entails the Mexican culture, and I think we admire this country, and we've only seen a teeny tiny piece of it. So I think we would like to stay in Mexico. Any and all suggestions in the giant country of Mexico are welcome, and we are sure to explore every option that you guys give us. So please, any sort of feedback anywhere in Mexico, we are very open to it.
Thing number two, we want to talk about a few thoughts from our Road to Guadalajara charity event.
I think it was emotionally and physically the most draining and the most rewarding experience all at once. So obviously we stayed awake for 24 hours, which if you know anything about us, it should be this. We really like sleeping. We sleep so much more than we like medically need. But I think, so for us, that was obviously the hardest part.
We did get you on camera taking a little cat nap though.
I tried, I dozed. Ooh, I dozed so much. I would be looking at my cell phone and catch myself like, where am I?
To be fair though, it was like for 5 minutes. I just happened to get that on camera.
Yeah. So I had two main takeaways from this. The first was this. I think we don't give back, whether monetarily or in good deeds or our time, near as much as we should. And we're working on that with have less, do more, be more. We are really trying to focus on that third aspect of being more and doing more in our community and across the world as much as we can. And we have created, along with you guys, a tiny platform to be able to do so, and that's super rewarding. Thing one that I think I realized from this is this. We are so used to feeling joy whenever we receive things. So whether that's in the form of words or money or things or food, it feels really good to be on the receiving end of good things, anything good. But I think yesterday, in the weirdest way, I have never felt such a feeling of adrenaline and happiness and just like such a happy heart that I feel like I was just smiling from ear to ear after giving back. And I think that's really encouraging, because that so-called high that I felt yesterday, I don't know that I've ever felt before. And I think that was something that we can all learn from, that I felt better knowing that we were helping in a tiny way, that we were giving back. I just never felt more happy. 24 hours is a long time. We laughed, I dozed, we ate, I teared up. It was just overall overwhelming.
Yeah, and I think she mentioned kind of the high of the whole experience, and I think the difference between the high of getting something or receiving something, the high of us doing something like this, I think it's really, I would say, not to diss you, but I don't know high is the right word, because I feel like a high implies a short lifespan of that feeling. And obviously we don't feel as tired as we did then, but I think this is something that I will never forget, just like a lot of random things about that whole experience, and it's something I will always remember compared to, you know, someone buying you something. It's really exciting until the next new thing comes along. So I think
that's true.
That
it's a lasting high.
One main takeaway I have was just the power of community, and that goes like directly to you and directly to Puerto Vallarta and CrossFit Zapata and various CrossFits around here. We were able to plug into our community through Kinetic Cannons, which we've been very grateful to build and connect with you guys. And we say time and time again that interacting with you is our favorite part of this whole experience, and we really enjoy doing the YouTube Live if you got to be a part of that. And I think we're gonna do more of those in the future because we got to interact with you like on the spot, and that was awesome. And we were able to partner up with CrossFit Zapata and the community that they've built to really team together and to do a great deed. So we've talked a lot about the community of Puerto Vallarta, and that being one of our favorite things, and our community with you. So it was great to be able to bridge those two things and bring that community together to do something good. Thank you to everybody who, whether you just watch our videos or you like them and comment or just like them or whatever it may be, or for even the people out there who always give these a thumbs down, those still help us get views. So thank you to the thumbs downers.
Turnout we had was insane, and I think that I feel like every time another group would come in, I would get tears in my eyes thinking like, is this really happening? Or all these, I mean, I'm not sure how many people we had come in, and guest book would have been nice, but I would say at least 100 or 150 different bodies were in and out of there. Everybody was so willing to help and row and donate and bring friends, and it was incredible. I hope that our videos that are gonna be right after us talking and yapping at you, I hope that they can show even a fraction of what it was like, because you have to trust us that it was nothing short of incredible.
My last two final takeaways were that I had this idea in my head and I wanted to pull it together, and it was still, I can't remember when I had the idea, but it felt overwhelming of how to do it, but how to raise the money, how much to raise, who to contact, like how it was gonna work.
Logistics
wise, but I think at a certain point I just told myself, we're gonna pick a date. And we told Sergio we're doing this on July 28th, and like we didn't really have anything figured out. We just we gave him the idea. He said let's do it, and we did it we planned it without having everything perfect. And there's a lot of things I'll do differently in terms of the fundraising efforts, and I think even getting a bigger community involved within maybe the restaurants and local businesses here. I think had I waited to do this until everything was perfect, we never would have done it. It just wouldn't. It was something else would have always been wrong. Timing never would have been right, and it never would have happened. Sometimes doing things a little bit imperfectly is okay if the alternative is just procrastinating and putting it on your backlog. So I felt very encouraging because I think we all have ideas, or we all want to do things, whether you want to move to Mexico, whatever it may be. The timing's not going to be perfect. You're not going to have everything figured out. You're going to have way more questions than you have answers, but sometimes I think you just need to book the flight or pick the date and figure out a way to make it happen. That doesn't go for weddings. Don't do that with the wedding. You should get that figured out beforehand.
You shouldn't have more questions than answers.
Yeah, but that was my first takeaway, is just to, like Nike says, just do it. Just pick the date, find a way to make it happen. It might not be perfect, but it's better than nothing. Takeaway number 2, and this is how I originally came up with the idea, is that we as an individuals and as a community are capable of so much more than we think we are capable of. So I came up with this idea of thinking of what do I think we can't do, and that was, and I wanted to involve a charity event with that, and that was being able to row for 24 hours straight. I never imagined that this many people would show up, and also never imagined that it would be just me rowing the entire time. So the initial idea wasn't for me or Hillary, or even me and Hillary to row the entire time. I just wasn't sure if it was possible. And doing it, and I know Hillary's gonna think this is crazy, but now that we've done it, it really wasn't even that hard. Like, we did it, and we stayed up.
We did it.
But it wasn't, like, looking back, it's like, I feel like if my line of like what was possible was here, I just moved it over here, which is a little scary because I don't know what we're gonna do next time. But I think
I don't either, and that's the terrifying part.
Yeah, that even goes with moving to Mexico. Is kind of the same thing. Once we moved to Mexico, it kind of moved that line of what was possible in our lives, and
it's taking a leap. I feel like that sort of like goes back into your first high. Like nothing's gonna be perfect timing. Pushing what you can or can't do, especially for the goodness of others, is just insane.
Yeah. So we encourage you to try things that are outside of your comfort zone. You may fail. I mean, there's lots of things we've tried that you know, just not as public as the things that have worked. But
you guys have stuck with us. We've been through things that we're bad at. So
yeah. So that was my last takeaway. I think we are capable as a community, as individuals, as so much more than we think is possible, and we need to continuously push ourselves to find out what you know, what our limits are. It's kind of uncomfortable when you get to that point. We're gonna stop talking, and we're gonna show you footage from the event. Now, a lot of after the first 3 minutes, a lot of the footage is vertical with the black bars on the other side. I apologize about that. We shot most of that on Facebook Live. It was optimized for Facebook. I'm gonna try and make it look the best I can, but hopefully you enjoy a few of the crazy moments from the event.
That's a wrap on Road to Guad.
That's a wrap.
We did it.
Let us know what we should do next.
Yeah, I agree with that. Maybe not something that involves staying up 24 hours or 30 something hours, but I think in a strange way, I think we've both found a really incredible calling that giving back feels good on the heart.
This week we have a friend coming in town he's gonna come in on Wednesday.
You'll see him Thursday.
You'll see him Thursday. We have a few things planned out for this week's videos already. There will be at least one Greg the Gringo video. There's going to be some
Hillary the Wera.
some food. We'll get that started. We'll get some food videos. We're gonna have some activity videos. So I know this video wasn't very jam-packed with information. Thank you for sticking around to this point though.
Yes.
The rest of this week we'll have lots of fun stuff, lots of like vacation-y style stuff with some information mixed in. So be sure to watch out for those. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the bell, that way you get notified
every single time
when we upload a new video. We'll see ya mañana.
Bye. And go.
24 hours.
How you feel so far?
Pretty good right now.
Yeah?
Arms are starting to get tired. Heart rate skyrocketing.
That's great.
It's only been 2 minutes.
Rick's tapping out.
With Aurora, I'm pronouncing that right? Aurora from Canica, and we brought some friends from the organization, so she's here representing Canica. Do you have anything to tell folks at home, or I don't know, anything in general?
Yeah, we really appreciate what you're doing for us. The children really need all the help they can get. This is great, wonderful. Thank you for the initiative of reaching out into the community. The families send you the thanks. I have Heidi here who's here today.
Hola.
Heidi is 40 years old. She's going to start her third year in high school. She's been sick with cancer for 2 years. When I met her a year and a half ago, she was really in the hospital for a whole year. So they lose a year or so when they are hospitalized. And when they come out of the hospital, they fight so hard because they want to make it. They want to be all over. They want to do as much as possible because for them to survive is a second chance. And they really want to do all kinds of things. And we provide through the Rotary Club here in Puerto Vallarta, we provide scholarship for them, food, clothes, shoes. Every Saturday we provide a computer class which they wanted, and also we're teaching them English, and they are very happy to be learning the language. So this is exciting. I hope that everybody comes here, join us. It's a good cause. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you.
Alright, we are 3 hours and 20 minutes in. So we're on the 4th hour. 3 hours and 20 minutes in. So far we rode, or at 3 hours we rode 98,600 meters total. So 98 kilometers. This little graph of about how far we've gone. I know what's gonna keep me staying is this chicken fried rice from Archie's Walk. We got some tacos in here, chips, lo mein. We got some oatmeal balls. Thanks for that recipe, Emily. This rower's been going for 3 hours and 15 minutes so far, 36,000 meters. I'm afraid we're gonna run out of batteries on these. A long list of people over here waiting to go. Let's see, we got all these people that are just waiting. So I think all these people are gonna go for, I don't know, 15 minutes to half an hour. And then we're gonna bring in reinforcements. All right, we are 6 hours in. Just started the 7th hour, it is midnight. We've got LED lights. How many are we at?
207, 301.
207. So we're way ahead schedule, but we're about to go down to 1 rower. So that'll slow us down a little bit. So that puts us about, I think about halfway through there. Yeah. Once they start drinking. Once they start drinking, I don't know how useful they're going to be in terms of rowing. See you later.
We have about 2 hours and 10 minutes left.
2 hours and 10 minutes?
Yeah.
How many meters have we done?
Let's go check the meter count. As of last hour, we've done 609,000. Still awake, believe it or not.
We're almost there. We are 53 seconds to go. 53 seconds to go into this longest workout of our lives. And we are done. Yeah. It is. Hillary's gonna count how many meters we got. At 23 hours, we had rode 680 kilometers, just over 680 kilometers. So I suspect we have about 710 kilometers, which is a lot of miles. And we have raised about 34,650 pesos, which is, depending on what conversion rate you use, around 2,000 buckaroos. So we did very well here at online. We got 24,684 pesos. I believe it was just under $1,500. And then here at the Rothon, it was all in pesos, 9,000. Okay, we're gonna go take a picture.
Entre toda la banda, mucho más de lo que nos esperábamos. Esperábamos aquí y llegamos hasta acá, ¿no? Y do you want to say how much we? You got it. Okay. Entonces, en términos tangibles, ¿no? ¿Cuánto se pudo juntar entre todos? Donaciones en línea. Hubo 24,684 pesos donados de gente en el extranjero. Thank you everybody who donated online. We gathered 24,684 pesos. Y de todos los que vinieron a remar, de poquito a poquito, lo que podían dentro de sus capacidades económicas, ¿no? Pero la verdad, casi 10,000 pesos adicionales en 24 horas por un total de 34,650 pesos para Canica, para ustedes. Así que muchas gracias.